Okay, so we're live once again, and in this video I'm going to do a whole lot of nothing except test this data stream. I've had a whole lot of technical difficulties probably over the past month or so, and what happens is that this particular uh, setup wants to basically freeze. So it'll either start out with the title slides and it'll give you nothing else, or I'll be in the middle of talking just like I am now, and I'll wind up freezing in the middle of the session going like, and that's all you'll see for the next hour or whatever I'm doing. And it's very, very frustrating because that's not how things get done. So I'm just testing things out and making sure that everything's working. So far, the stream is working in Rumble, but it is not working on YouTube. Now, go figure that. So let's see what's going on here. I should be in YouTube right here. There's nothing, there's no problem according to my computer, but yet YouTube is not responding. So let me restart YouTube, and then I'm going to do something different here. Just do this, refresh, and see if it kicks it over. Should be, here we go. All right. So now maybe it will, in the middle of it, work. We go to Facebook, and there's Facebook, and so far I'm doing well on Facebook. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to share something with you, and give me just 2 seconds, and we'll go with that. All right, so I'm going to throw this up, and then I'll be right back with you. So over the past year, we've had a few sales on our Etsy store, the sign that I just showed you, and I want to stop and just pause and thank each of you who have ordered something from us. And what I'm going to show you here is that these are the types of things that we have. Just a couple of samples. There's a lot more out there, and then I'm going to share something else with you. So we have coffee mugs. Let's see, go this way. Coffee mugs on our store, featuring my landscape photography over the last 3 or 4 years, and we are working on some other things. We were looking at producing. Here's a cell phone holder. Here's a tumbler here, like this. We have clocks, and we have cutting boards. Here's another cell phone holder, and we've got a blanket out, and we're working on something else, and I'm going to show you right now. Listen to that. No, it's not an adult rattle. These are, oh, I don't know, I picked up maybe 15 or 20 blends of coffee that a local roaster is going to or has agreed to. Well, that ain't working so well. Let's do this. That has agreed to create blends of coffee for us in bulk so that we can have our own coffee brands and blends. So Timotheus Enterprises is going to have, for Timotheus Enterprises, Freedom and Survival, and Timotheus Biblical Studies, is going to have several blends of coffee that will have our names on them and our logos, our flavors, and they will be offered with our products. I'm also going to, hon, can you hand me that tube up there? I'm also looking at doing something special for you all, and that is these flavors we can put into tubes like this that will make one pot. And what I want to do is, for you that are interested, what I want to do is I want to take each of my flavors and I want to offer these free of charge for a period of time. And if you, once I get these out, once I get these out here and ready to go, ready to roll, what I will ask you to do is basically send me your address and your email, name, address, and email, and I will send you a free sample of a flavor of our coffee. And that's what I'm looking to do here in the not too distant future. So that's something we're working on. We're also working on some digital products that you can take the landscape photographs that we have and create journals and notes and things like that on your phones, tablets, and on your computers. I'm going to check the stream again, just testing this out. Facebook is looking good, Rumble's looking good, and YouTube is looking good. So maybe I just lowered the data and solved my technical issues. We'll see. Okay, so the next thing that I want to go over is, well, I just want to thank you all. Those of you who bought clocks from us, cutting boards, and coffee mugs this year, and things like that. We also have crossword puzzles that are in really beautiful tins. Thank you very much for your support. We really do appreciate it. Let me get these out of the way, and let me share something else with you. This is going to actually go into another video. So another technical difficulty we had was is that this piece right here, this switcher, which was my main switcher, required a update from the manufacturer. I started up one day and it said the ATEM that you have requires a firmware update. I'm like, okay, go ahead and update now. And normally it should take 5 minutes or less. And it never completed. And that bugger got about 85% done and just spun there and spun there and spun there. And I thought to myself, well, that's the end of that. So what happened was, when it did that and it did not complete, it basically put the main board in this thing on stall, and it basically fried it. And so at that point, while it would still physically work in a manner of speaking, it would not recognize the network adapter, the RJ45, that goes into my 1 gig network. It would not recognize my hard drive for recording my programs so that I can edit them down later, or if there's a failure in the live stream like there has been over the last couple months, then I can go back and at least edit the recording and then upload it to YouTube and Rumble. And it would not therefore either work properly in connecting to my computer. And so therefore I had to send this bad boy back to the factory to be fixed, and they put a second hand board in this well, what do you call it, casing, and fixed it. They actually did fix it. It's nice. So now I've got 2 of these things, and this one is going to go mobile with me when I travel. I've got another audio interface coming. This ATEM is going to go mobile, and that way when I'm on the road and stuck on the road for a week or 2 at a time and things are going hot around the country and around the world, and I have an opportunity to talk about them and address them, at least I don't have to wait to come home to talk about them, and then everything's no longer viable to discuss because it's already been discussed. Other than technical things and photography things and business things, at least now I'll be able to discuss them in the van. And so that's kind of cool. So we're adding this capability to Timotheus Media and Freedom and Survival and Timotheus Biblical Studies. I'll be able to do all those on the road. Now the other thing is that we're also planning for an entirely new or next level of this entire thing. And we are working out the details, and I can't tell you what it is, but if the Lord opens the door, it's going to be huge. And I believe that when the time is right, that's exactly what's going to happen. Things are going to open up, and then this whole thing is going to be just a whole nother level. And that's really all I can say at this time. I'll just say that here in this studio, to continue that forward motion, we're looking at putting in another set. So not only will I have this desk environment that we have now, but we're going to have either another desk where I can interview people and have guests on camera with me, or we're going to have chairs where we can do the same thing and can sit around a more relaxed environment and have a discussion. And I see I left something in the background. I will be right back. So I just kind of jumped into this particular stream just to test this out, and I left my computer in a bad state of affairs behind me. So can't get this mic right either. I can hear some tinniness in it. So anyways, let me check my streams again. YouTube is looking good. That's nice. Maybe I'll do an actual video today. And Rumble's looking good. And Facebook is looking good. Can't hear. Why can't you hear? Let me see. You should be able to hear. I wonder if you can hear me now. But I've got my gate suppressing. Let me turn that gate thing down. Alright, I'm testing out the gate. Let's see. Gain. Let's do that. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's see here. I'm trying to find my gate in this thing. Noise gate, there we go. So if I bring this down one more time, threshold is up there. Oh, there we go. There we go. No hold, the range, bring that out. It's just so fuzzy, and I don't like that. What I'm trying to do is get rid of all the background noise while I still can talk, but then it sounds like it's, you know, catching and releasing, and the release is almost down. So I don't know why that's doing that and lingering. There's a little bit better, but okay, let's go back to gain. Bring the gain down. That shouldn't be like that. Release, bring that down like that. Attack. Just trying to bring everything back. Why did that just do? There we go. I don't know. I'll have to play with it. At least the live stream's going, and that's good. Okay. Let's testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. A little bit more. All right. Noise gate. There we go. That's what I want. I don't want any hold. Check it out. Check, check, check. Why my gain is so high like that? Release. Okay. Let's see. Test 1 2 3. That's a little better. I don't know. I don't like the sound. Let's see here. Compressor. Test, test, test. Testing. Testing. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. That's flatter. Okay. Can you hear me good or not? Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test. Let's do mid-level. Test. Low. Test. High gain. Test. Testing. Oh. Test. Test. Now I gotta go back to gate. Woo, that's too much. Okay. Now we're getting it. Alright, test. Let's put everything in the middle. Testing 1 2 3. It just has a raspy, hazy sound to it. I don't like that. Harmonics. Let's try the harmonics. Tune, tune, tune. Big bottom tune. I don't like this either. Exciter. Panning, don't need that. Let's go back to the gate. Noise gate. Oh man. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Let's hold it less. Test 1 2 3. Noise gate. Test 1 2 3. There we go. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. The thing is that the sound has a little bit of a to it, because what's going on is it is collecting my voice, and when my voice stops, it shuts down. And it's doing that because I don't want the air conditioner to be picked up. I don't want the AC unit, the high heater. I don't want these things being heard. And so I'm just trying to adjust the audio a little bit better than what it was, and it's driving me nuts. Driving me crazy. Test 1, 2, 3. All right, somebody just tried to get a hold of me. Let's see. Everybody's sending me communications right now. I'm just checking it out. Okay. All right, let's try and readjust this again. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Just got this. I don't know why it's doing that. Guess I could just reset everything. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. Test. It's not good. Okay. Compressor. Let's see if we take that right off. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't like it. Don't like none of it. Okay, we're going to start over. Alright, here we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. That's better. Maybe a little bit. Let's go to the hive. Let's go here. Let's start that out. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, now we're going to go into another setup, another setting. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Huh? Good. I'm trying to iron out this hiss in this. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. I think that's better than it has been. I can still hear that release though. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Testing, testing, testing. There's the noise gate right there. Test 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's my audio. Much, much better. Much better. So now I can go back. Oops. Now I can go back to gain. Bump that up a little bit. There we go. It's too much. Whoa. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Go back to noise gate. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, and 3. Test, test, test. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, and 3. It's coming along. Go back to gain. Testing 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, and 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. So is my stream still going? What's that? I can't hear what you're saying. Lost it? Was still working. That doesn't make sense. Now it just jumped back to, something just jumped back to what I was doing before. Huh. Well, I don't know why YouTube is screwing up, because it's like showing something I did 15 minutes ago. That's crazy. Facebook? Well, it's showing that right there. It's still working. All right. Let's see here. I got my wife over here laughing at me. I'll deal with this audio later. It's still got that alt release and junk. But YouTube is doing some weird stuff. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. So all of a sudden it went from excellent to we don't want your video anymore. Well, I think that has to do with my internet connection and really doesn't have to do with my computer. So now we're still in the stage here. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, it's still having trouble grabbing me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I don't know. I don't like how this is acting. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That's test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. So I gotta be out in there. Otherwise, it's not gonna pick up my voice unless I'm right on the mic. I've got to eat the mic. I don't want to eat the mic. I do not want to eat the mic. Let's see if YouTube is still dying. Test 1 2 3. I don't know why that was testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Ooh. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.